Let's take a look at parts of speech. What is a noun? On the dry erase board, write down some examples of nouns. What is a noun? Nouns make up the largest class of words in most languages, including English. A noun is a word that refers to a thing, book, a person, Betty Crocker, an animal, cat, a place, Omaha, a quality, softness, an idea, justice, or an action, yodeling. It's usually a single word, but not always. Cake, shoes, school bus, and time and a half are all nouns. There are a number of different categories of nouns. There are common nouns and proper nouns. A common noun refers to a person, place, or thing but is not the name of a particular person, place, or thing. Examples are animal, sunlight, and happiness. A proper noun is the name of a particular person, place, or thing. It usually begins with a capital letter. Abraham Lincoln, Argentina, and World War I are all proper nouns. A collective noun is a noun that names a group of people or things, such as flock or squad. It's sometimes unclear whether the verb for a collective noun should be singular or plural. In the United States, such nouns as company, team, herd, public, and class, as well as the names of companies, teams, etc., are treated as singular, but in the United Kingdom they are often treated as plural. U.S. The team has been doing well this season. Versus British, the team have been doing well this season. Gerunds are nouns that are identical to the present participle, ing form, of a verb, as in, I enjoy swimming more than running. An attributive noun is a noun that modifies another noun that immediately follows it, such as business in business meeting. These nouns look like adjectives but they're not. For learners of English, the most important feature of a noun is whether it can be counted. A count noun is a noun that can be used after a or an or after a number, or another word that means more than one. Count nouns have both singular and plural forms and can be used with both singular and plural verb forms, as with the word letter in "A letter for you is on the table." Letters for you arrive regularly. Sometimes the plural form of a count noun is the same as its singular form, as in, I saw a deer in my yard yesterday. There are a lot of deer in the woods near my house. A mass noun, or non-count noun, refers to something that cannot be counted. Mass nouns are normally not used after the words a or an or after a number. They have only one form and are used with singular verb forms, as in, Portuguese is one of the languages they speak, and the information was unclear. Some nouns are not count or mass nouns. Nouns which only ever refer to one thing are called singular nouns. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun. We heard a terrible din in the alley. And a plural noun refers to more than one person or thing, or sometimes to something that has two main parts. Plural nouns have only one form and are used with plural verb forms. Townspeople are invited to a forum on the project. These scissors are dull. A particular noun can have any or all of these kinds of uses. Count. I've read that book several times. Mass. Time seemed to stop when I saw him for the first time. Singular. The time is 3:22. Plural. Fuel costs 3 times as much as it did 5 years ago. Types of nouns. Nouns form a large proportion of English vocabulary and they come in a wide variety of types. Nouns can name a person. Albert Einstein, the president, my mother, a girl. Nouns can also name a place. Mount Vesuvius, Disneyland, my bedroom. Nouns can also name things, although sometimes they might be intangible things, such as concepts, activities, or processes. Some might even be hypothetical or imaginary things. Shoe, faucet, freedom, the elder, wand, basketball. Proper nouns versus common nouns. One important distinction to be made is whether a noun is a proper noun or a common noun. A proper noun is a specific name of a person, place, or thing, and is always capitalized. Does Tina have much homework to do this evening? Tina is the name of a specific person. I would like to visit Old Faithful. Old Faithful is the specific name of a geological phenomenon. The opposite of a proper noun is a common noun, sometimes known as a generic noun. A common noun is the generic name of an item in a class or group and is not capitalized unless appearing at the beginning of a sentence or in a title. The girl crossed the river. Girl is a common noun. We do not learn the identity of the girl by reading this sentence, though we know the action she takes. River is also a common noun in this sentence. Types of common nouns. Common or generic nouns can be broken down into three subtypes: concrete nouns, abstract nouns, and collective nouns. A concrete noun is something that is perceived by the senses, something that is physical or real. I heard the doorbell. My keyboard is sticky. Doorbell and keyboard are real things that can be sensed. Conversely, an abstract noun is something that cannot be perceived by the senses. We can't imagine the courage it took to do that. Courage is an abstract noun. Courage can't be seen, heard, or sensed in any other way, but we know it exists. A collective noun denotes a group or collection of people or things. That pack of lies is disgraceful. Pack of lies as used here is a collective noun. Collective nouns take a singular verb as if they are one entity. In this case, the singular verb is. A pride of lions roamed the savannah. Pride of lions is also a collective noun. Nouns as subjects. Every sentence must have a subject, and that subject will always be a noun. The subject of a sentence is the person, place, or thing that is doing or being the verb in that sentence. Maria is happy. Maria is the subject of this sentence and the corresponding verb as a form of to be, is. Nouns as objects. Nouns can also be objects of a verb in a sentence. An object can be either a direct object, a noun that receives the action performed by the subject, or an indirect object, a noun that is the recipient of a direct object. Give the books to her. Books is a direct object, what is being given, and her is the indirect object, who the books are being given to. Nouns as subject and object complements. Another type of noun use is called a subject complement. In this example, the noun teacher is used as a subject complement. Mary is a teacher. Subject complements normally follow linking verbs like to be, become, or seem. A teacher is what Mary is. A related usage of nouns is called an object complement. I now pronounce you husband and wife. Husband and wife are nouns used as object complements in this sentence. Verbs that denote making, naming, or creating are often followed by object complements. Appositive nouns and nouns as modifiers. An appositive noun is a noun that immediately follows another noun in order to further define or identify it. My brother, Michael, is 6 years old. Michael is an appositive here, further identifying the subject of the sentence, my brother. Sometimes, nouns can be used adjectively as well. He is a speed demon. Speed is normally a noun, but here it is acting as an adjective to modify demon. Plural nouns, unlike collective nouns, require plural verbs. Many English plural nouns can be formed by adding s or s to the singular form, although there are many exceptions. Cat, cats. These two cats are both black. Note the plural verb are. Tax, taxes. House, houses. Countable nouns versus uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are nouns which can be counted, even if the number might be extraordinarily high, like counting all the people in the world. Countable nouns can be used with a, an, the, some, any, a few, and many. Here is a cat. Cat is singular and, obviously, countable. Here are a few cats. Here are some cats. Uncountable nouns are nouns that come in a state or quantity which is impossible to count. Liquids are uncountable, as are things that act like liquids, sand, air. They are always considered to be singular, and can be used with some, any, a little, and much. An IQ test measures intelligence. Intelligence is an uncountable noun. Students don't seem to have much homework these days. This example refers to an unspecified, unquantifiable amount of homework, so homework is an uncountable noun. Possessive nouns. Possessive nouns are nouns which possess something, i.e., they have something. You can identify a possessive noun by the apostrophe. Most nouns show the possessive with an apostrophe and an s. The cat's toy was missing. The cat possesses the toy, and we denote this by use of s at the end of cat. When a singular noun ends in the letter s or z, the same format often applies. This is a matter of style, however, and some style guides suggest leaving off the extra s. I have been invited to the boss's house for dinner. Mrs. Sanchez's coat is still hanging on the back of her chair. Plural nouns ending in s take only an apostrophe to form a possessive. My niece's prom dresses were exquisite.